Alright, so with Marileona being out on global, unfortunately her time is coming to an end very soon. I believe she is leaving in a few days time. So with that being said, we are getting our next units for global, and it is going to be nonetheless Season Mimosa and Season William. So these two units will be releasing quite soon here. So we're going to go over to Pride Wind a little bit and talk about these units, whether or not they're going to be good, worthy to summon. And I will be doing showcases for each individual unit after this, so stay tuned. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Mimosa and William. Again, just to kind of reiterate, Mimosa is a pretty decent unit for the mono green team, Air Marileona. So if you are a free-to-play player and you made that investment, then again, this is going to be a unit that you may want to have on your radar. But I do recommend, okay, and this is my honest opinion, if you're free to play, you really should be skipping all these units that are releasing after Marileona, right? You should be hardcore saving. I know that there are going to be some units such as Destiny Vanessa, Zora, units that are really good and really fun, but if you are trying to be meta heavy in the scene while being free to play, it can be a little bit difficult, especially when we are getting the 6-month anniversary just right around the corner. Okay, so just kind of bear that in mind. But let's go over to Pride Wind. Let's take a look at these units to see how good or how mid they are. We'll go ahead and start off talking about the boy William, because I do like Mimosa a lot, so I'll keep her for last. But so if you do not know, William is going to be a blue defending unit. So when I first saw this unit on JP Care, I was really curious as to why he was a defending unit, and I kind of understand why. So first skill is per 1000 defense, the unit does have attack after granting an 8% increased damage dealt. I mean, it's a little weird, right? I mean, was a skill 1 like this, you would have thought he would have been not necessarily a damage dealer, but a support, I guess, kind of. And then if you do have counterattack present on an ally, then grant them a 80% increased defense buff for 1 turn, and it does not stack. So you kind of get an idea of how the unit's working already, just having a defense increase and then a counterattack mechanic, which is going to be quite nice. Second skill, it is going to be if counterattack is present on yourself, then inflict a taunt onto a target for 2 turns, which is not too bad. Taunt is really powerful, like I said beforehand. Marileona has it, Black also has it. I think it is very nice to have, especially if you are facing up against single target enemies that do have single target skills. Then this can be a kind of a really good way to shut those units down and only let them target those said units, right? Ultimate here, it is going to be it's actually a really good ultimate. So it is going to be doing AoE damage, granting all allies a fortified level 3 buff for 2 turns. So same exact ultimate and in regards to the OG William, and then granting all allies debuff immunity for 2 turns, and then granting a 5% damage reduction buff to all allies for each instance of counterattack present on them. And then if you do not have counterattack present on an ally, then grant them extend counterattack duration by 1 turn. So yeah, you kind of want to make sure that this unit is ran alongside counterattack units. So a great unit that is going to be partners with William is going to be none other than the boy Luck, right? Which I do think a lot of people don't really have, especially let's see, Luck came out with Yami. So I think for a lot of people, I did tell you guys to go ahead and get Luck from your gateway for free, right? But in terms of getting this unit and actually building them up and getting dupes, I don't think a lot of players actually put that investment in. Just with Marileona like right around the corner after this unit release, it's like, yeah, it was definitely not really not a good choice to go ahead and summon for this unit when we had Marileona right around the corner. Combined attack, it is going to be doing AoE damage, 30% chance to inflict a stun onto them for 1 turn, which is not too bad. And then the LR passive is if you are running a mono blue team, which yes, we are going to be going back to mono teams once again, then when a battle does start, grant a protection to the ally with the highest all attack for 2 turns, meaning that they cannot be targeted as in a selection of attack. I'm not the biggest fan of protection skills, just because in PvP there are plenty of units that do have AoE attacks, so it's not like the difference between protection and invincibility is invincibility, the unit doesn't take any damage at all. So like legit, you can attack them and they'll take 0 damage, whereas protection, you just can't choose that target to get hit. But if you are doing an AoE attack, then they are going to hit nonetheless, because it's not invincibility. They're still going to be taking that damage, which if this was invincibility, I think this would have been way more broken and really good, but unfortunately it's protection, which again, I'm personally not the biggest fan of. And then when it comes to the LR+2, if you are running mono blue, then when the battle starts, inflict a continuous shock damage on all enemies for 2 turns. And then same thing at LR+5, except you are adding on upon taking damage, grant a 30% increased damage dealt to an attacking ally for 1 turn if counterattack is present on them, and it cannot be stacked. So it's also very weird that you're giving this unit shock. Like, you would think it would be something else, but because like shock legit has nothing to do with William itself, that's definitely more of a luck thing out of everyone. So as you can see, okay, they made this unit to be ran alongside Ceremony Luck, and it really is a good combo, right? You guys can see in the upcoming showcase that I do that these two are just really good for the mono blue team, and just together they can actually do damage. But again, with half anniversary right around the corner, I do think that this unit is a pretty skippable unit, and plus with mono green being very powerful, you know, on global PvP right now, I just definitely don't think is worth the investment, especially if you are free to play, right? So that's going to be William in terms of what he's doing. Let me know your thoughts on his kit. But now let's go ahead and move on to Party Mimosa, which is my personal favorite between the two, okay? So Mimosa is going to be a green healer, and so on her first skill, she is granting a 15% of own max HP as HP recovery to the ally with the lowest HP ratio. So already you get an idea of the gears that you want to give Mimosa. Second skill, it is going to be granting a 40% chance to remove HP recovery reduction status from an ally, which, okay, I mean, this one's, you know, whatever, because not a lot of units in PvP tend to have this, besides like Black Asa, right? And then the other part is going to be granting the ally 100% of own max HP as HP recovery, and then you are dispelling all damage over time effects from said ally. So this is actually really good. Now, it is not AoE, unfortunately. I think if it was AoE, this would have been insanely broken. But let's just say you are fitting up against a, you know, mirror team that do have Merlion as well, right? You attack Merlion, you get hit with burn stacks, then proccing off the second skill, you do get to remove all the burn damage from said ally that you are healing. So that can actually be pretty handy, because I've been in a situation many times to where I attack Merlion, I have burn stacks like Black Asta, right? Like, he is very capable of making a 1v4 comeback, especially if you get him to anti-magic state. But because I have the burn stacks on myself, then I end up dying, unfortunately. So I think this would be really handy. So that's just one example that I can give you guys when it comes to the second skill. And then the ultimate, it is having, once again, another resurrection. So both season 1 Mimosa and season 9 Mimosa do have a resurrection. The only difference between the two is that if you get the skill up to level 5, your rezzing was 100% max HP for a chosen ally, and then you do grant them status element removal, which is not too bad. So yeah, really good. And then the combined attack is grant the partner mage a special point +2 buff, and then another 40% chance to grant them a special point +1 buff. So in reality, this is probably like the second best part about her kit, right? Don't get me wrong, the res is fantastic and I think is very broken, especially considering the fact that res is like, it's so good, right? But this is going to be crazy, especially when we do get to her dupe passive. You'll know why. The LR passive is if all allies have the sense attribute, so mono green, then at the start of the battle, grant invulnerability to the ally with the highest all attack for 1 turn, which means that they are immune to damage. So big difference, right? William has protection to where they can't be chosen as an attack, but Mimosa has invincibility. So let's just say, for example, you hop in a PvP match, you're fighting up against a Black Asa, Witch Queen, Merlion, and Charlotte team, right? Witch Queen pulls over ultimate, but because you are running the Mimosa on a mono green team, and let's just say Merlion is your main DPS, right? Bam, the passive will then go to Merliona. She takes 0 damage for 1 turn. And so whenever their enemy team does all their attack, whether it's Witch Queen's ultimate, Black Asa's skill 2, Merliona's skill 2, Charlotte, etc., whatever the case is, Merliona will not be taking damage that entire time. Whereas if you have William, the exact same thing, protection is given to, you know, the ally with the highest all attack for 2 turns. They're still gonna get hit. It's just they just can't be chosen as an attack, but they're obviously gonna get hit and still take a crap ton of damage. So it is a very big difference, which you guys will see in the showcase soon, so don't worry. But I just want to give you an example of how it's working. And then the LR+2 passive is every turn grant all allies a special point +1 buff, and then same thing for LR+5, except this time when the unit dies, so when Mimosa does die, then grant all allies 100% of own max HP as HP recovery. So final stand kind of thing, right? So when a unit goes away, she's going away with a banging like skill to where okay, I'm dying, bye, GG's, and then let me go ahead and heal you guys all the way up to 100% max HP, and that's pretty much what she does. So I actually do like this unit. I think she's really good, especially if you are able to get this unit to LR+2 minimum. Then you have a pretty much you have a very good chance of giving a special point +4 in 1 turn. If you think about it, right, you get these 2 off, and then you have your 40% chance if you can get it. Actually, if you get it to level 5, then you're getting 3 special points to the partner, right? And then you're getting 1 more from your passive, that's 4. So it's like legit, you can get your whole ultimate back in 1 rotation. And bear in mind that you do have Season 5 Charlotte, which are going to be running with, you know, on this team. You also give another special point plus 2 buff. And it's like, yeah, Mereoleona non-stop has her ultimate at all times. You can proc it off in 1 turn, and then by like the next rotation, she'll have it back because of these crazy special point increase buffs. It is insane. But so if you have made investment into the mono green team, if you made investment into Mereoleona, I personally would say that this unit is someone you want to put on your radar. Okay, really good unit. I fortunately do have her at LR plus 2, so I am getting that additional special point buff. But just this alone is kind of crazy. It's very, very crazy. Okay, but I'll go ahead and end it there. Let me know your thoughts between the 2 units. Which one are you going to sub me for, or if you're skipping, let me know. Keep in mind that we do get one of them for free, so obviously if you couldn't tell already, Mimosa is the unit that I will be getting for free. I will not be summoning, just because again, half anniversary, crazy times, you want to save if you can. So get Mimosa for free and you'll be good. Okay, but only if you made investment into the mono green team. If you have not made investment into the mono green team, then obviously you're not going to summon for this unit. I think, you know, William would probably be a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. So let me know your thoughts, and the showcases will come after this. All right, take care. Peace.